So, how many people in this room consider themselves in tech? Okay, now all the guys lower their hands, and all the women keep their hands up. Look around. As you can see, there's still some work that needs to be done. So, my name is Janice Levenhagen, and I have to admit that my road as a technical woman has been a little bit frustrating. I actually wandered off of that road a few times and was almost eaten by really scary bears. And Chick Tech is my way of helping other women with that. So there's a couple things that we focus on to help women avoid those. We get the girls and women that don't do tech yet, we bring them all together and we help them with their confidence in their community. So the first bear that we focus on is that a lot of girls don't even know what tech careers are. When I was in high school, I was on the math team, and it turns out that a lot of the guys that were on my math team were in a class called AP C++. I had never even heard of it. Then when I graduated from high school, I got all the math awards that my high school offered, yet the only person who thought to mention engineering to me was my grandma halfway through my senior year. Then when I entered college, I ended up going into computer engineering, and my first class was C programming. I still had no idea what programming was, and I had never seen code. So what we did for our Chick Tech High School program was we went to teachers in the Portland Public High Schools, and we asked them to give us the names of 10 to 15 girls in their school that they thought would be really amazing at technology but had never done it before. And this worked really well. We had 2/3 of our 100 high school participants who had never done anything with technology creation before. We also had a really diverse group, both socioeconomically and ethnically. The second bear that we try to avoid is the feeling that we don't belong. When I was in college, we had about 8% women. The guys were really helpful, but they often did things for me and not with me, which made me feel like I wasn't actually part of the team. There were also a lot of times when I felt like people were just waiting for me to slip up. Just walking into a classroom was really stressful. What if I tripped? What if I had something in my shirt? Everyone was watching. So once you're actually in the classroom, guys are allowed to ask stupid questions. It's not a big deal. That guy just happened to ask the stupid question that one time. When you're a woman, you stand for all the women everywhere, ever. So what we really focus on is we create really big events. We try to bring in at least 100 girls and women into a room and get them to realize that they're not actually alone. And that worked really well for our high school program. We had a 21% increase between the beginning of Saturday and the end of Sunday, where the girls said, you know, I really feel like I have a tech community that I can call on for support. The third bear is the feeling that it's just too hard. Other people can do this, but I can't. And girls seem to have this a lot, and women, that no matter how good you are, you're always thinking that somebody else is better. So when I was in college, I just assumed that that was true. All those guys that always raised their hands, they were always sounding like they knew it all, actually did. But it turns out that those guys were actually getting C's, and I was getting an A. So unfortunately, by the time I realized this, it was too late, and I really felt like an imposter. So I finished my degree, I loved embedded programming, but in the end, I decided that I would just go for my MBA. So what we really promise when we do Chick Tech is we're gonna give these girls and women a win that they can reflect back on. We have a 3-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, we assume no technical knowledge going in, and we give them hands-on projects. And at our high school program, we had almost a 15% increase in the girls' confidence after only 2 days, and they got to finish a project, or almost finish a project, that they showed off at our tech show. What we've created has really resonated with the community. We've had over 100 women and men support Chick Tech so far, both volunteers and funding, along with all these great organizations. So obviously, you of course want to get involved. Feel free to sign up for our mailing list, volunteer at one of the really cool events that we have going on over the next 6-8 months, and sign up to be a mentor for some of our awesome girls. Thank you.